being transgender as bad or worse in Germany as it is in the US. I don't think a lot of places are worse than the US. I know the UK is like really bad when it comes to trans rights, but Germany is just like, I guess it's getting there, depending on what the conservatives are doing and how right-wing, how far right they actually want to go. Transgender kids are all right. Study shows they have good mental health if they are allowed to be themselves. Who would have known? Who would have known that if you do not bully, invalidate, harass, abuse trans kids, they're actually less likely to have mental health issues like low self-worth, low self-esteem, depression, anxiety, especially social anxiety? Did you know that? Did you know that if you affirm a trans person's identity and you're not making them suffer needlessly, that they're actually pretty good when it comes to mental health? Did you know that it actually benefits a trans person if you let them explore their gender identity and gender expression and you love them unconditionally, especially as like a parent? Children that aren't abused are happier. Insane. I know, right? If you do not shove transgender kids into conversion camps where they're being abused and electrocuted, they're actually not suicidal. Did you know that? Did you know that it reduces the tendency of like suicidal thoughts and so on if you actually support a trans kid and you're not making them suffer and make them feel ostracized and so on? Isn't that crazy? I've never once seen or heard of a trans person that is mentally fit or mentally strong. All have major health issues and mental issues. Why is that if it's so normal and healthy as you claim? Yeah, I mean, like being ostracized and, abused and used as a scapegoat and having to like fight for your life and your rights and so on. And like the media is like putting a target on your back. Like, I don't know why, but apparently that is causing some form of like mental health issues, right? Like, me growing up feeling out of place, having like imposter syndrome, feeling invalid, struggling to have like proper experiences and relationships and so on because of like dysphoria and, not having anyone who could help me or, someone who explained to me that I was trans and that I was like dealing with this gender dysphoria. Like, you're feeling helpless and hopeless. I can't believe that this is making me depressed. I can't believe that I'm actually struggling from mental health issues when I'm constantly like tormenting myself and having other people like reinforce that over and over again. Facts and Studies sounds woke. I think I listened to Ben Chippipipipi and the Daily Wire goons who have no credential. Those guys know what's up. I mean, they have common sense, so obviously. And then I tweeted this. And I got a comment. Nothing wrong was said. You can't bully people into having mental health issues. I'm almost certain you're born with most of them. Me, as someone who really thought about it very hard, actually is really good when it comes to knowing who is born with mental health issues and who doesn't. You're just born with depression, you're born with low self-esteem. It has nothing to do with your upbringing, your environment, and so on.
One enemy remaining.
I can't believe you would insinuate that people actually are not born with like a mental health issues. How dare you? I thought about it really hard. They're actually happier if you do not make them pretend to be someone else. Crazy. Let me just clutch this. The clutcher kick. Scoop.
One enemy remaining.
Boop, boop. These people harass us, abuse us, and so on. They literally turned. You have to realize how detached these people are from reality. They turned the suicide of a child, of a trans kid, of a 17-year-old into a meme. Go enjoy the view. They turned it into a meme, this picture. Like, there's literally no humanity left in transphobes. Nothing is human about them. They're monsters. Like, legit, and not the hot kind. They're literally cruel garbage people. They're so detached from reality. They're so detached from their humanity that they are just like bullying us into like suicidal thoughts. And then when you do commit something, they're turning it into a meme so they can bully other trans people into doing the same. The same with like, oh, join the 41%, join the 41%. It's risen to 50% now. It's like, yeah, trans people have, especially before transitioning, attempted suicide at least once. You are responsible for that. That it's your fault. And you're patting yourself on the back. And then you're like pointing the finger at like, oh, no, it's actually like the hormones. They are like messing with them. It's f***ing cruel and ridiculous. If you affirm a trans person's identity and if you're offering them support, they don't develop like low self-esteem, low self-worth, and so on. And it helps a lot, right? It helps a lot if you're able to like early on start exploring your gender identity. You have like a proper support system around you and people don't ostracize you, but instead they are like supporting you. It helps a lot. And I wish that was the norm, right? Like anytime I talk about these things like, oh, trans kids deserve to live, trans kids deserve to have like a proper support system. I'm not saying that like I'm going to go into a school and I'm going to tell all the boys that they're actually girls and all the girls that they're actually boys. That's not what anyone is ever talking about. What I'm saying is that like if you are a child and you're questioning your gender identity and you're struggling with like maybe gender dysphoria and so on, it would be very beneficial for that child to be able to talk to their parents about it and then go to experts and not be like, oh, if I'm going to talk about that, then I'm going to lose my home and I'm going to like lose my friends and I'm going to lose my family and I'm going to lose everything, right? It's so wild to me that this is apparently like making me a groomer and a pedophile and so on, because like how dare I talk about the children? It's so disgusting. It's so disgusting, the rhetoric that they are spinning while actively bullying trans kids into suicides and then turning that shit into a meme just to keep doing it more and more. The constant death threats and so on, the constant verbal abuse, the constant like misgendering, dead naming, dehumanizing and so on that they are doing to literally also children. It's wild that they think that they have like any moral high ground here. And then they also like turn around and they support someone like Trump who's on the Epstein list. Hell. But yeah, the reason why I highlight these things is because these people are incredibly cruel. And I do not want these people, I don't want to give other people, or like, I don't want these people to have the impression that what they are saying is normal. So I'm highlighting these things that like other people are seeing who they are supporting, who they are listening to when it comes to like trans rights. Protect the children, protect the women. These are the types of people that they're listening to. The ones who abuse literal children. These people sexualize every single aspect of transness. That's why they're so weird about trans kids. I mean, they're in general like very weird when it comes to like queer kids. Protect the children and then they send death threats to trans kids. Yeah, that's just how it goes. Not surprised everything transphobes do is disgusting. That's true, yeah. I really do try my best to make the trans community feel good about themselves because of how much I've seen them get beat down, especially with my close friends. Yeah, you know, like having a proper support system, being there for like someone who is struggling, being in an environment where you get gendered correctly, where you don't have to like prove yourself, where you don't have to like do hours and hours of voice training, because like I can't like go into a voice chat and expect people to gender me correctly because my voice is still male or something like that. Like, just find safe spaces, find spaces where it's okay, where people are actually like considerate when it comes to like your pronouns and affirm your gender identity, regardless of how you sound, how you talk, how you look like, and so on, right? Because trans women are women. It doesn't matter in which stage you're in. And you're valid. You do not have to prove anything to anyone, and my community is always going to be a safe space. If like we had people get banned because they continuously misgendered those they didn't deem worthy enough of the she/her pronouns, we banned people doing that because I do not want people to go into my voice chat, into the voice chats of my server, and just assume pronouns, and even if corrected, just insist on doing something misgendering and so on, because it doesn't feel good. And if you're like in a space that should be like a safe space, an environment with other trans people, and you're being like misgendered continuously and dead named or whatnot, like that hurts even further because these people should know better. They should know better, but a lot of times they don't because they're pieces of shit as well. And we do not want these people in my community, so we ban them. That's just how it goes. I want people to get over their social anxiety and not worry about like their voice dysphoria when they go into like a movie night or something like that. Right? Being transgender as bad or worse in Germany as it is in the US. I don't think a lot of places are worse than the US. I know the UK is like really bad when it comes to trans rights, but Germany is just like, I guess it's getting there, depending on what the conservatives are doing and how right wing, how far right they actually want to go.